Hello, Internet. So it may come as a shock to some of you that I am actually a parent of 4 young girls, specifically the ages of 5, twin 3-year-olds, and a 9-month-old. And surprise, surprise, I get a lot of compliments saying, wow, for someone who has 4 kids, you're in pretty darn good shape. How do you do it? How do you find the time to go to the gym and yet maintain a healthy family life? How many times have you heard, I used to be in such great shape when I was young, then the kids came along, and then came dad bod or mom bod or whatever you want to call it, the parent bod. Let's just call it the parent bod to make things simple. I don't like to discriminate anyone here. Mothers, fathers, you're all great. So I was thinking, what kind of advice could I give to a parent who wants to get in or back into shape? So today, for the parents, I thought I'd go over a few tips that helped me along the way. The first and the most important one is to stop making excuses. Yes, I understand that parenting is a full-time plus overtime job. There's no breaks. It's something you do until the day you die. But of course, I often hear, well, I don't have time to go to the gym. I have little ones at home. I have to get their lunch ready. I have to take them to school. Then I have to go to work. Then I have to make their supper, and so on and so on and so on until, by the time I get to the gym, it'll be so late, I'll be exhausted. That's the last thing I want to do. In that case, I'm gonna try and put this as nicely as possible, but it's kind of hard. You gotta make time. What I found has worked best for me is going first thing in the morning. A quick morning routine for me would be wake up, wash my face, have a cup of coffee, probably an apple, then hit the gym before the household is awake. I typically wake up at around 5 and I'm usually at the gym at around 5:30, quarter to 6. I finish my workout at 7, head back home, get the kids off to school, daycare, and then I'll do my job. If I'm working that day, of course. Now I'm sure there's some of you are going, you could not pay me enough to make me wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning just so I can work out. Then you can do the opposite thing and just go after the kids are in bed for the night. Tell the missus, if you're still with your partner, okay, look, I want to hit the gym. I want to get back into shape. Do you mind if I just go to the gym for an hour or so? Great, thanks, bye. That's of course assuming you're still with your partner. If you're single, it's definitely a lot trickier. Now, I'm personally not a single parent. I am still with my partner. I've been with my partner for, 4 years now. We're getting married in the summer. But my best advice for you single parents out there is go when your kids are in school or in daycare if you can. If you can't hit the gym, find an at-home routine that you can do. Now, if you live in the boonies and the closest gym to you is half an hour away in the next town over, in the opposite direction where you work, then that is certainly a tricky position to be in. It's not like you live in the city where you have a gym at every other block. You have to go the distance, and in that case, you might be better off trying to find something at home to do. My personal favorite at-home workout to do is what I call the One Punch Man workout. Simply put, the One Punch Man workout is where you do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats every single day. And if you can, run 10 kilometers. I would also personally add trying to do about 50 to 100 pull-ups in there as well. But I've seen those set up yourself pull-up bars that you put in their little entranceway, and well, I personally wouldn't recommend it. Now, I know I said earlier that if you want to get back into shape, you can't make excuses, but you also have to be realistic here. I understand that emergencies pop up, stuff happens, and sometimes even if you are the guy who is able to wake up first thing in the morning and hit the weights, that you may not be able to make it there every single day. And if you're someone who gets really into it, you have to accept that you are going to miss a day here and there. If you're excited to wake up and go, oh yeah, today's arm day, And the missus calls and says, Johnny just broke his arm. Can you come home and help me take him to the hospital? You're just gonna have to shrug your shoulders and go, welp, guess I'm not doing arms today. Hold on, Johnny! Now, working out is only half the battle. Nutrition is next. And of course, I always hear the excuses of, well, I don't have time to sit in there and make a healthy meal 6 times a week, spending hours upon hours in the kitchen. I already got enough stuff to worry about with my own kids. Not to mention, eating healthy is expensive. There are tons of videos out there debunking that myth that eating healthy is expensive. Because it's certainly going to be a lot cheaper than going down the street here at McDonald's and getting a couple of junior chickens, if that even fills you up. I have seen tons of videos out there of people getting their food for the week for under $50. I know obviously your grocery bill is going to be a bit higher compared to a person who's living on their own or doesn't have kids to worry about, but still, $50 for the week really isn't that bad. And it's certainly a lot cheaper than constantly going across the street to your local McDonald's to get a couple of junior chickens from the dollar menu. Okay, what about making the food? You still have time to spend hours upon hours in the kitchen just so you can eat healthy every single day. And no, you don't have to spend hours and hours in the kitchen every single day to eat healthy. 2 words, meal prep. And when it comes to meal prep, nothing beats a slow cooker. You can make a ton of food that lasts you the entire work week. And it's really easy to use. For example, just get some chicken, some salsa, dump it both in, and voila, you have your food for the week. Maybe one of these days I'll do a meal prep video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if I get enough requests, I'll do one. And I can show you that spending just a couple of hours on a Sunday, you can make enough food for the entire week. If a couple of hours. I understand completely that it's hard to balance a parenting life with a healthy life, especially when your kids go, "Daddy, can I have a cookie?" I think I hear my kids now. They're supposed to be napping. And of course you go like, well, I don't want to keep cookies in the house because then I'm going to eat them all. You don't want to do that to your kid. Just because you're trying to eat healthy doesn't mean you necessarily have to deprive your children of sweets. So get the cookies, and if you are going to eat them all, maybe try and get your partner to hide them. I will not recommend trying to get your kids to hide them because you can probably guess where they're going to go. Somebody hurt themselves, and thus I'm going to end this video. I hope I was able to help one of you guys out, and I will see you all next time. Bye!